long before there were interstates, exit signs, or
starting route to Winston-Salem.
GPS directions spoken from a dashboard.
In about 17 miles, take exit 1.
There was a single muddy ribbon cut through a silent canopy of ancient trees.
People had been coming down that road from Philadelphia for almost 25 years, and it was a wilderness.
A road that helped build a nation.
Just picture a muddy, one-lane dirt road through the woods. That's really what it was up till probably about 1750.
I think you call this the road of democracy.
A historian referred to it as the road that made America, but it really was the road of democracy.
Author Jim Dodson learned about it as a boy.
When I was 13, one Christmas week, my dad suggested we go down to his grandfather's abandoned farm off Buckhorn Road. And he started telling my brother and I about how a guy named George Washington Tate came down something called the Great Wagon Road, a Scotsman. He took over his father's gristmill, and that's who our family came from.
His book, The Road That Made America, is a biography of the artery which, for a century, carried this nation's lifeblood.
And I tried to picture what the spot must have looked like when creaking wagons carefully crossed the fording spot below the gristmill.
An avenue widened by axe, ox, and iron will.
Heading east to Hillsborough, bearing weary settlers from faraway Scotland, England, and Germany. Family ground, someone said, is sacred ground.
It became the spine of a new nation's birth.
It's been estimated upwards 150 to 200,000 Scots, Irish, Germans, Lutherans, Moravians, Quakers came down that road. At one point, one of the great roots historians of America believed a third of Americans could trace an ancestor directly to that road.
The Great Wagon Road didn't just carry settlers, it carried history.
The most important battles of the French and Indian, Revolutionary War, and Civil War were fought along it. Antietam and Gettysburg are both right on the road, where Lincoln gave his famous Gettysburg Address. Greensboro was on the tail end of the Great Wagon Road, where Cornwallis chased Greene to here.
It snaked from Philadelphia's bustling quays down through the shadowed Shenandoah Valley to the rolling Piedmont.
And ended up in Augusta, Georgia, where they invented a golf course.
And invented a new culture, one built on freedom and unapologetic achievement.
They were looking for a new Jerusalem, a place they could go and practice their religion, put down a stake and build a life in the American wilderness, which they heard only that it was a fabulous place to go and become a wealthy person, and many of them did.
Dodson's book frames the collective odyssey in philosophical terms.
The Franciscan theologian Richard Rohr talks about the power of liminal space, the thin space that exists between the familiar and the wholly unknown, where one world touches another for a few precious sections and everything suddenly becomes one.
And that's what this road was, one arduous path taken by thousands, all seeking their own idea of something better.
And guess what killed the Great Wagon Road? Well, railroads. They came in 1805. The road basically vanished because America grew. Roads, there were shorter, there were better routes.
But the Great Wagon Road still matters because beneath the asphalt of modern highways lies the memory of a muddy road through the woods carrying thousands of hopeful souls towards an uncertain horizon on which America found its way. Bob Buckley, Fox 8 News.